Well, hello there. This is Brian with At the Bar Podcast. Just before we get started on this episode, I'd like to take this time to thank you very much for listening. We truly appreciate it. Hey, we'd also like to hear from you. So, you have an idea for the podcast or would like to be a guest on the podcast? Well, send us an email to live@thebar@gmail.com. Once again, that's live@thebar@gmail.com. So just tell us what you think. And thanks again for listening. Have a great day.
Smash that like button and subscribe right now.
This video features materials protected by the Fair Use Guidelines of Section 107 of the Copyright Act. All rights reserved to the copyright owners.
Is this thing on? Hello everyone. Thanks for joining us at the bar. Don't forget to take care of your server, even if that happens to be you. Let's head over to the table to see what Bob, Jason, and Brian are up to today.
All right, Saturday
What's that
afternoon.
crowd?
The crowd always goes wild.
I know they do. They love
we
us.
step in the studio.
Yeah, here we are. Oh, hey, we've got Jason back.
Hey girl, hey.
We were lying. He had a sex change.
yeah, that whole taint shortening procedure, it went horribly wrong. So he just went.
He said, fuck it.
He just went all in.
Went all in, yes. Now, this is Marion. She come to join us today.
Yeah, she's
Hello,
downloaded a
everyone.
few times, and she actually made an appearance several weeks ago.
Yeah.
I did. That was me.
And she always brings a fresh perspective to the table.
Or, well, that's
Yeah,
what you
me and
wanna
Bob's
call
got a
it.
question for you here in a little while. But
Yeah.
we'll let Bob roll. I mentioned this earlier. I've got to ask you this, so we'll talk about it here in a little
Well,
bit.
go ahead.
You want to go do it now?
Yes.
Oh, we're going
Okay, all right, let's just start off like this. Okay, me and Bob have been talking about, you know how these pop stars and the women are like, this is my life. I want to control it. I'm going to do what I want to do. And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it because I'm woman power.
And here are my boobs.
And here's my boobs. Hey, here's my ass. Hey, look at me, show my vagina. And I'm like, you know, that's exactly what people want you to do. Why do they do this? I don't understand it.
Because they want to take the sexuality out of it exactly the way men can run around and grab their dicks and go out and shake their balls and do all of this shit.
But do we do
wanna be
that?
yes.
I don't.
At an
I don't-
alarming fucking rate, they all do.
I don't think I personally do that in public.
Well, at 50,
No.
I would hope the fuck not. But guess what?
Yeah.
We're talking 20-year-olds. Because it's not 50-year-old women doing that, right? Okay? It's
No.
your 20, 30-year-old. That's what they're doing.
Well, there
they're
was
taking it
Roseanne
back.
Barr at the
Okay,
singing the national anthem,
Fair.
but
Fair.
okay. Name me one male pop star or anyone that goes around shaking his balls.
Adam Sandler.
Ricky Martin.
Oh, not a pop star, but he's still a celebrity.
Yeah,
They
Does-
all
does-
fuck. And
does
by the way,
Ricky
he
Martin-
is 50 years old.
but he had his dick out and shaking it at people.
Then
It doesn't matter. It's the hint of it. And
Oh, the
women
hint,
do that.
okay.
And by the way, the point is men can run around without their shirts. Why can't women?
and then you've got what's that bald guy, Pitbull.
Pitbull, yeah.
Yeah.
Pitbull, yeah. Okay, all right. Let me bring this back
I
a different
understand
way.
what you're saying. No, I know what you're getting at.
Okay, they complain about it, but it's like, I guess they want control when they decide to show their titties. It's under their control.
Absolutely, it's under their control. If
Okay.
they want to
But
do
it's
it,
sex-
and by the way, they shouldn't be judged for it. Hello, Miss Britney Spears, right behind Bob.
Bob's go over just a little bit. Let's see. What do we talk about?
There we
Oh,
go.
there
We're
we go.
talking about
yeah.
that.
But
is
she
her
did
choice.
that.
Absolutely.
But she's in the middle of a case trial, getting her life back, and she's like, "Hey, here's my titties." I don't understand it.
Why not? Why? Why does that make her crazy? Because she
No,
wants
no,
to
I'm
show
not
her
saying
tits.
she's crazy. I'm just saying that
Women know
it's bad
what's good.
judgment
Oh, hang on.
Okay,
Why?
no, wait a second.
because you're in the middle of a trial trying to get your life back.
But
She is trying to get her wife back. Why can't she show her tits if she chooses to show her tits?
yeah,
And
this isn't somebody exploiting her.
Well, I mean, that's true. And I mean, now Bob didn't want her to do that. And
Oh,
Bob
yeah.
really didn't. And he was very upset when she did it. So,
Yeah.
Yes, Bob, the biggest gentleman at the table.
Look,
Bob's the horniest man alive. You know that, right?
I didn't lobby for her to do this, but if she wanted to do this on her own, I'm going to enjoy every minute of it.
And now she's recently came out where she's in the bathroom in a thong showing off her ass on was it Instagram, I think? Yeah.
It's her ass to show. Why
Yeah,
is that
know.
any crazier than Steve-O or any cast member of Jackass? How is that any different?
I guess more me with, I get what you're saying there. Yes, that makes sense. But I guess my thing is with her is the fact that she's in the middle of a court battle trying to show that she's got her shit together, and she's showing her titties to everybody on Instagram.
So did Steve-O.
Yeah, but he's not trying to get his shit back.
Well, but somebody could have taken his shit for the same behavior. And
I promise you, if he would have been in court trying to get his stuff back and he starts shaking his balls around, I'm going to call him nuts. But why are you doing that?
But you understand,
yes.
Her dad actually is backing out. He filed for the conservatorship to end.
Well, hooray for her titties then. I guess it worked. Awesome.
Correct.
All right.
I'm not now I'm gonna jump on this side of the fence. I do in fact think she's a little mentally ill.
You think she's a little crazy?
But
I don't think it's for the reasons everybody's accusing her of.
But is she any more mentally ill than a whole lot of us walking around?
Nope. She ought to be in charge of her millions. She should be in charge of her millions and in control of it instead of buying.
Ozzy's in charge of his fortune.
I'm pretty sure Sharon's in charge of that fortune.
Well,
Sharon!
But still, nobody has told Ozzy, hey, you can't spend your own money no more.
Oh, I guarantee you somebody has told Ozzy that.
Well, if the only person that would have been Sharon. But I mean, a court hasn't came in and said, Ozzy, you can't do nothing no more.
They would if they had to. I guarantee.
I don't know.
Well, okay. All right. Well, sorry about that. Anytime somebody can put their hands in the fucking honey pot, they're going to do it. But at the end of the day, yes, I know what you're saying, the double standard. Women are like, treat me like a regular person, but hey, here's
Look
my
up here.
But you know what, though? They should be able to.
Oh, no. I mean, I
absolutely
don't
should be able
understand.
to.
I mean, I agree.
I know.
They
that
should
you
be
agree.
able to. But why in the hell do you complain in the first place? Because it's not under my control. If I want to show my titties now, then I'm going to. But if you ask me to, I will not. So now I'm going to show my titties, okay, but I still wanted to see them, so I win in the long run.
Right. So basically, just empower all the women you can, Brian.
I guess that's what it is. No, Bob wants all women to be empowered. He really does.
I cannot speak for all women because all women feel differently about this. Because some women are offended by the, here's my titties, because you are, in fact, pushing us backwards of now the rest of us feel like we have to hide our sexuality, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be there in the forefront. However, women have, well, not just women, anytime you want a hot button issue like that resolved, you have to put something slapping you in the face, attention grabbing. And that's kind of what's happening here. Well, like a titty. There you go.
Britney Spears could slap me in the face all day long.
I will never show my tit to somebody that says, hey, I'm going to give you a fucking raise. You show me your tits. Now, I did that back in high school just to get liquor, but, you know.
Here's a string of beads.
That's before I knew better. I just wanted the liquor. I didn't care.
Yeah. You walk down Bourbon Street and it's like, hey, here's a string of beads. I got 12 for $1 at the store.
That's why women always got to drink free. What we didn't realize, though, is that men would take it as far as they did, and women are now, like, you know, hunting grounds. That's not cool.
Yeah.
That's not cool. We should be able to do what we want to do. I should be able to sit here, right here on this broadcast, which won't happen, so don't even ask. Take my shirt and my shit off and sit here and not expect to be sexually assaulted by either one of you, which, by the way, I could. They would never do that. I'm just saying, though.
But yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, now, of course, a lot of guys are like, yeah, why isn't it that way? But it is interesting how society has taken that. Like a man can walk around with his shirt off, and it's normal. A woman does it, and that's very sexual.
Yeah. And guess who decided that? Men.
Yeah.
Women don't look at that as sexual.
No, they look at it as being comfortable and doing what they want to do. No, I agree. But I mean, you have answered that, and I get it. Like I said, I was just kind of like, okay, you get mad at everybody, but then now you're going to go.
I can understand men's confusion about it. I really can. And so it's always good to ask and be educated. And again, I can't speak for all women. I'm not even trying
confused.
to.
I'm appreciative.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean,
walking around without a shirt.
ladies, if y'all are going to start, a big group for this, and you need someone to head it up for women's power, Bob is your person. Bob would back
Bob
you
is your
100%
person all day.
and he would probably have y'all line up so he could see what he's dealing with.
He would probably fund any movement you wanted to do, see through bras.
Yeah,
Yeah, he probably would fund that shit.
pound me too. That's what Bob would go.
God damn it.
That is funny. I'm sorry that the whole thing, I mean, it's wrong for what it came up for. But when you go pound me too, I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the whole hashtag thing.
Just tore it up.
Is that the first
Hey,
time?
Bob, did you have a story to tell?
Is that the first time you heard that?
Like that?
No.
I'm sure you've heard it several times.
I have
Nick,
heard
have you
it.
ever heard it like that?
Yeah, of course he had.
He's probably one that brought it up. Oh, Double D. Double D.
Double D, that dirty Nick.
That was probably one of his 2 a.m. epiphanies.
Wait a minute.
Nick's the only person in the world that I've seen mow a yard at 2 a.m.
You mowed a yard at 2 a.m., Nick?
No,
You were
no lights on.
there.
Was I there?
Yeah, you were
Yes.
there.
It was
Probably drunk.
Saturday night party.
And-
Nick went outside, and all we were like, where the hell did Nick
middle
go?
of summer, we hear the lawnmower fire up. It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
And we're all going,
Small patchy grass.
so there it was, yeah.
And that's not even the night that we had the bunny massacre.
Oh,
Y'all killed a bunny?
no,
No.
Nick did. A nest of
All right.
bunny baby bunnies.
So this story's probably at least 10 years old. It's got to be, because Nick was out in the backyard with a weed eater whenever he saw the fur flying.
Oh, shit.
yeah.
Ended up massacring a nest full of bunnies. But and one of the children came upon the scene shortly thereafter.
The carnage.
And it was one of the twins, and she couldn't have been, what, 7?
Are you
years
mental?
old? Maybe 9, something like that.
Oh, I think 7.
Okay.
7 to be
and,
fair.
And she was sheltered and told, "Oh, we just knocked a little fur off of them."
It's always not a little fur.
And it's only one little bunny, and he got a little fur knocked off of him. He'll be fine. Well,
Fast forward 25 years.
no.
20 years.
Fast forward 20 years, and a Facebook post is mentioning the
Carnage.
bunny massacre, and all of a sudden, the little one, who was 7 at the time, responds on Facebook, "You guys told me there was only one bunny."
And it was only his fur.
Aw.
And I don't
It
know.
was Taylor.
Was it really?
Oh, yeah. The biggest animal lover out of everybody. And we're all animal lovers,
Yeah.
but Taylor, oh,
She's really got to go.
Oh.
Yes.
And and she, 20 years later, she was still traumatized by that incident.
And then horrified, the revelation was on Facebook.
Yeah.
You guys said it was just one buddy and he just lost fur.
She had to find out by Facebook.
Yeah, he
That's
lost his
terrible.
hide and it was a nest. Yeah.
And there wasn't just
So
one.
what'd y'all do? Did you send up? Did you kill? Did they all die at that time? Nick?
Go, Nick.
Oh, they hopped off.
They hopped away.
They
and
hopped
lived
away as a happy
happily
family
ever
after.
after.
They
Okay.
decided to go live in a weed eater free environment.
They slowly scattered after I figured
Right.
out what was happening.
Well, that couldn't be as bad as Marianne decided that whenever the squirrel was knocking on her patio door, she was going to.
Bob, that was told in private.
Oh,
You had a squirrel knock on your door?
Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bob.
she made it a batch of cookies and invited it in. No, she didn't.
No.
She hit it with a BB gun.
Why would you kill a squirrel knocking on your door?
Hang
did it.
on. Hang on.
That's the problem. She didn't.
Yeah, that was the problem. Okay, so this motherfucker kept coming up onto my patio furniture. He was chewing my plants. He was chewing and shitting and pissing on my
Oh, well, now I
cushions.
understand. Bob's like he was
And
knocking on your
I
door.
love
So
squirrels.
I didn't
I would put food out for squirrels. I love them. But when he started like invading like an investment,
Yeah.
oh, fuck that motherfucker. He had to go. And I didn't know how to get rid of him. So I was like, I'm going to shoot him with a BB gun. Because in my head, I'm thinking it can't be worse than an airsoft gun. I really did. I
Yeah.
really, really fucking did. Well, I caught one chewing on my shit and I took the BB gun out there and I shot it.
Did it die?
No.
Oh,
I
that's not
wish
good.
the fuck it had.
She just maimed it.
In the neck, and it started flopping around.
Hit it in the neck.
Oh my God. Nick was standing there and I threw my gun. I was like, I'm done. I can't have any part of this. I can't have any part of this. And Nick's like, ugh.
And just like always, she leaves Nick to deal with the carnage.
I did.
So here,
rabbits,
I'm
here's
outside
squirrels.
crying hysterically. I mean, I'm upset because all I can see is the
Twitch.
Oh no! I wish it were a twitch. No, it was the
convulsions.
side-to-side the convulsions. I'm freaking out. I'm like,
Waving his white flag. also
oh
known
my
as his tail.
God, it was fucking horrible. So anyway, Nick was like, I took care of it. I went, what'd you do? Don't tell me. What'd you do? No, don't tell me. What'd you do? This motherfucker said I drug out to the middle of the yard hoping a hawk will come pick it up. 'Cause he couldn't put it out of misery either. I mean, I freak out. I throw the gun at Nick. I'm like, I don't want any part of this. I don't want any part of this. I can't do it.
He drug it out in the middle.
A hawk gotta eat too.
Yeah.
Make its life worth something.
Let nature take its course.
Yeah.
Humans shoot it. Man drags it out the yard. And
Yeah.
In the end, the hawk did not come to get it.
I'm devastated.
I put it
I'm
in a
devastated.
Ziploc bag and put it in the dumpster.
What do you mean that story?
Is that what you did? You said the hawk took it. Is that what happened?
All right, now that we're going to have marital counseling 101.
oh, man.
You fucking liar.
I think I got him in trouble.
Okay, moving on. We got to move on because I can't revisit this. I'm done. I can't live here.
I'm just getting all these visuals. It was just hilarious.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I went and saw the Anthony Bourdain movie. They came out with a documentary about his entire life. And, you know, I was missing me some Anthony Bourdain. So I looked up the book that this documentary kind of started the entire cycle of his rise to fame. And they had it on Audible. So I was like, okay.
They had an edible?
Audible.
Oh, I heard edible. Sorry, go ahead.
That'd be cool too. But I was like, okay, who have they got narrating this thing? He's actually the one narrating it. So he's actually reading.
Anthony Bourdain?
Yes.
From the grave?
No.
Oh.
He did this before he died.
Okay.
So he's actually narrating this thing. It's got like 9 hours of
Hanging out with a squirrel?
No.
Oh. Second.
But it details his life before he became a famous chef and whenever he's working in the kitchen out on the point of, I think it was Cape Cod.
Isn't he the one that did all the Thanksgiving episodes for the Food Channel? They're like every Thanksgiving they checked in with somebody and he was.
I don't
That
know.
I don't know,
I'm
to
watching
be honest with
football
you.
on Thanksgiving. I'm not paying attention to
Well,
Food Channel.
it was actually literally before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They were trying to give out like recipes and stuff, but
Yeah,
I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, he
Go
did
ahead.
the Kitchen Confidential, No Boundaries. The he had his TV show called No Reservations, where he was going all over the world.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So he's a young chef. He's not even a chef. He's one step above the dishwasher. They've relegated him to the salad station.
He's not even sous chef.
At this point in time, he is qualified
Washing lettuce.
to wash lettuce and chop that up for a plate. All right. Well, apparently this bridal party comes in. And it's some weekday afternoon. Bridal party comes in. They've got a Dutch door leading from the kitchen to the dining room. And they said that the restaurant did that so that the patrons could kind of see what goes on in the kitchen, but, you know, not really pay that much attention. And they have the big broiler station right there at the Dutch door. So whenever people come by, they
Dutch door action.
They can smell the steaks cooking on the grill, and the main chef, he's the one running the broiler station. Well, this wedding party comes in, and the bride peeks in the door and asks if anybody's got any hash. Okay, that was the lead in, and Anthony said that they're just high whenever they're there, and they're all eating. Well, anyway, a few minutes later, the bride comes back up to the Dutch door. The chef turns around to Anthony and said, "Hey, can you watch the broiler station for me for a few minutes? I'll be right back." And Anthony's thinking, this is gold because he's now, you know, allowed at this young age to leave his, you know, paltry beginnings in the salad station to go actually man the broiler. So he's migrated up to big boy country. But the chef sneaks out.
Suddenly the fry guy dies.
Right. Yes. and he gets a promotion. Right. So Anthony Bourdain says, chef heads out the back door. Well, everybody in the kitchen is kind of wondering what happened because this just is not normal. So they said they walked over to the window, and out in the back, there's the trash cans. Then there's the 55-gallon drums that they're filling up with the food waste to sell to the pig farmer up the street, right? So right at that point, they're looking out the back door, and the bride is bent over one of these 55-gallon drums, and the chef is just rear-ending her up into the...
Can you believe that shit?
At her wedding dinner.
Can you imagine?
While the rest of the family's out in the dining room enjoying a meal.
Shut up.
No.
And he said his exact quote at that particular moment was, "Dear readers, right then I knew I wanted to be a chef." Okay, so here's my thought. Okay,
Wouldn't you want to be a sous chef at that point? You know, like cutting shit up?
I don't know, but my thoughts are, okay, that happened probably, 30 years ago, maybe 40? Okay, whatever happened to that couple?
Are they still together?
Are they still happily married? And if so, I mean, at some point in time, this thing would get back, and it's like, didn't y'all get married Cape Cod? Didn't y'all have dinner at this restaurant?
Didn't you disappear and come back with a dirty dress?
How come every time you smell trash, you come?
Yeah. Why do you keep wanting to visit that pig farm? Come on, girl.
Smell trash.
That'd be a pretty cool chick right there, actually.
That's amazing. Yeah,
But
no shit.
yeah,
If you always smelled like trash, I guess it would.
But somewhere in the world, there's a couple that may or may not still be together, may or may not still be alive. Who knows?
And the thing is, who the fuck are you marrying, knowing that you're thinking your wife's probably going to the bathroom? No, she's out bent over a nasty shit of food getting tagged.
She's been over a 55-gallon slop trough of...
Slop trough?
Well, he's tagging the slop trough.
Well,
God.
Criminy.
Yeah, that's terrible. I think I'll drink to that.
Yeah, I think I did too. Jesus, Bob.
Okay, so I'm only like an hour into this thing.
How do you know this story?
I'm listening to the Audible book of Anthony Bourdain's Kitchen Confidential. And I'm just an hour in.
That wasn't even in the kitchen. That was the alley, right?
Well, it started out in the kitchen.
How do you know?
But this was before he became anybody. He was running the salad station at a seasonal restaurant.
So this what you've told us is the Lifetime movie. We're getting ready to graduate onto the limited series.
No,
on Netflix.
actually, he wrote this book before anybody even knew who he was. He was a chef. I think he had just got to be a chef whenever he actually wrote the book. And then once the book was published, that's whenever people come calling going, hey, we'd like to talk to you about maybe doing a TV special or a show or something like that. So this book from beginning to end is before he was anybody that anybody would know as a household name.
Okay.
Wow.
So I'm really looking forward to working my way through this. And this is one of those things that I'm not in a rush to get through.
Oh, I'm sure not.
And,
how many times have you read the alley story?
Yeah.
I've heard that at least half a dozen times. In fact, if I can get that 3-minute clip on a video, I'm just going to,
Imagine what you do with the audio. Pig slop, pig slop, pig slop.
Well, the funny thing is, I used to work for a restaurant that used to do that. They used to keep all of their food waste.
Used to do what, Bob?
keep all their food waste in 55-gallon drums, and occasionally a pig farmer would show up, and we'd help him load up the 55-gallon drums in the back of his truck.
Where was that at?
Casa Bonita.
Casa Bonita.
Okay, so Casa
What was
Bonita.
he doing over those pig drums?
I was not doing anything. At that point,
You weren't draped over
You're
a
the one
pig
who
drum.
compared it to the Anthony Bourdain story, so I'm just saying somebody was bent over that drum.
I don't think at that time.
It was you.
I don't think at that time anybody thought that they could. I don't think anybody had enough balls to try to bend some girl over a 55-gallon drum of pig slop.
Especially a married girl.
Yeah.
Just got married, still in her dress.
Well, it wasn't official.
Bullshit. That is prime fucking target right there,
Hold on.
right?
What-
That is the biggest challenge among them all, right? A bitch that just got married 5 minutes ago.
I mean,
I'm a nailer.
Was that even legal yet? Because that paperwork hadn't even been filed at the courthouse yet.
That's true. Well, it wouldn't. Yeah, I guess if it's not filed, it's not actually official yet, is it?
I don't mean you, Nick. I mean other people.
But no, that was fascinating. But okay, so
That was fascinating.
So the Casa Bonita restaurant I worked at, it was one of 4 in the country, and there's only one left that I'm aware of, and it's in Denver. And I believe that the guys that created South Park just bought it. And it's funny because they had made at least one episode. I think that Casa Bonita intertwined into several of their episodes throughout the years.
Oh, I did not know that.
Because at some point in time, Cartman wanted to go to Casa Bonita, and he was willing to sell all of his friends to
Cartman, that bastard.
So 100% the alleyway is going to be revisited.
They probably got a classier alley at the Casa Bonita in Denver than we had in Oklahoma City. They have cliff divers inside the restaurant.
I'm just saying South Park. South Park's got their
divers.
hands on it. You know that story is going to be revisited. Somebody knows that story. Somebody is proudly telling that story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Other than you.
Yeah.
Other than you.
There's some gal somewhere going, and he had me bent over that. He had me bent over that barrel.
Pork fat. It's happening.
It's happening.
But you know what the funny thing is? She's going, hey, I was banging the guy that hired Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, exactly. That's our claim to fame.
That's the claim to fame. Absolutely.
Pathetic.
And this other guy nobody's ever heard from again. And they were talking about the amount of drugs. They said that they would get paid on Friday, and everybody would settle up their gambling debts, their drug transaction fees, and everything else. It just sounds like a fascinating place to be.
Oh, I'm sure it probably is.
And in the 80s, that stuff was just
80s was crazy.
yeah.
Love the 80s.
Well, there's a reason why.
The 80s were more fun with drugs, I think. And then as we got more and more into history, it's like,
Well, I had a thought.
Wasn't fun anymore.
The other day. It was like, okay, we've all heard all the lies that they've told us our entire lives about weed, right?
Yes.
Okay, what if they're making those same lies about Coke?
Oh my God. Stop.
I don't know.
Jesus.
I mean, is it really as bad for you as what they say it is? Because
You can look around and see.
it was good for Coca-Cola for decades, right?
Yeah, well, that's true, too.
No, that's why they stopped that shit. What was it, the 20s or the 30s?
Yeah, but Coca-Cola used to put cocaine.
That's what I'm saying, though. They stopped it in the 20s and 30s.
After
'cause
they had
apparently
everybody
people are
hooked.
believing- that's probably actually why the stock market dropped in 1929, was cocaine in the Coca-Cola. Never put that together, did you? Bye.
No.
I watched this guy on YouTube. He's kind of like an Anthony Bourdain, but he does the stuff on his own, and it's just him and a camera. His name's Kurt Craze, I think it's the name of it. He's from South Africa. Y'all should check him out. It's awesome to watch. Well, he was over, I forgot what country it was. I think it's Colombia, and they would go to the side of the road and get those leaves.
The coca leaves?
Yeah, the coca
Coca
leaves.
Yeah.
Now they ate the hell out of them. Now
Of course they did.
Now I don't know. Do those have an effect on you?
Yes. That's what cocaine is.
Well, I know,
now
but-
hang on, though, because marijuana actually doesn't until it's dried and all these other things.
But they
You
were
said
just eating
yourself.
them, but they're driving and eating and talking and acting normal. They weren't like getting all stupid. But while he's
Sometimes
over there,
things have to happen to them before they turn into.
and he
drug.
and he was actually buying them in stores, little bags. You could buy bags of them, and they would eat them on the road. Y'all need to definitely check him out. I would bet you anything if he keeps it up. He posts one like every couple of weeks. If he keeps it up, we'll find him on History Channel or some show.
Or dead in an alley.
Well, he goes to a lot of dangerous places also. Like he'll like, hey, I want a beer. Where can we go? And he goes, I want to go somewhere that's kind of offbeat. And they're like, all right. And they'll take him in some strange
Oh my
places.
God, I fucking love him because that's totally me. Do you know how many dive bars I've gone into and almost died? Okay, actually, it's only really been one, and it was in Wheatland.
Wheatland, Oklahoma?
Wheatland, Oklahoma. Jesus, that was a scene.
What bar was that?
Well, it was called the Roadhouse. I don't remember who. No,
Roadhouse.
At the time, it wasn't called that. I don't remember.
Okay,
what it
I
was
went with you to that place once.
called. Ooh, no. Yes, you did, but this was not the time that I
Right.
went. It was me and my girlfriend. We went after a friend of mine bought it, but my girlfriend Kristen and I went there. Oh my God, it was bad. They've got like a memorial wall to
All the people that have died?
died. It's like,
Holy shit, that's
But-
kind
Pretty
of
sure that's gonna be
depressing.
us.
But is that the people that died in the bar or just that have died?
they had a book on pregnancy behind the bar. They've sold stamps. There was the memorial wall. There was,
Are they a pregnancy
didn't-
book?
They did. Yes, they didn't even have coolers to sell the beer out of. It came out of fucking ice chests.
That's one
I'm
hell
like,
of a
what?
bar.
I was like, what the hell is this? It's not like my 1988 graduation party. Like we're selling shit out of the ice chest. Really?
Yeah. Well,
it was bad. It was bad.
they
We
ended
got
up-
followed.
They ended up traveling through some little town. They end up coming on this area where this guy kind of staggering along, and he's drunk. He goes, and they go, hey, where's some beer, and all that. And they're like, oh, it's over there, but I got some right here. And he's got a 2-liter and of a wine, and he sits down and drinks. No, not a 2-liter. It was a Coca-Cola bottle. He sits down and drinks it with him. But he's like holding it over his mouth. And he's drinking some, and he goes, "Oh, that shit's strong." He goes, "Oh, it's good stuff. You want part of my candy bar?" And he's like, "No, I'm good. I'm going to the candy bar, but I'll drink some more of your stuff." So he drinks some of it, and then he runs into people and he meets people, and then he just starts going into these depths of these cities, and it gets insane.
it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I found him by accident, and I think he's great. He's got close to 600,000 subscribers right now.
That's fantastic.
And that's all he does. And he opened up a Patreon account, and people send him money, and he uses that money to do his traveling. But like, for example, he ended up at some beach with these 3 guys that he had met, and it was close to the end of the night, and he still had like 50 pounds left, I think it was. And so the beers only ended up being so much. Well, he promises all his viewers, whatever money they donate, whenever he's done with the place, whatever money he has left over, he leaves it as a huge tip to the last person he deals with. And that's what he did. He gave him like, I don't know, $14-15 for $3 beers. So it's kind of cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah, he's an awesome dude. What are you doing, Bob?
Looking up the production of cocaine.
Oh, okay. All right. So there's our new adventure.
So,
Forget this podcast. We're going to do cocaine.
So what I didn't realize was that the Pope drinks a tea made of coca leaves.
Yeah.
It's chocolate tea.
Coca leaves, chamomile, and anise.
Yes.
Interesting.
Chocolate. Sounds like.
It says, as well as warding off altitude sickness, chewing coca leaves or drinking a brew, just like the Pope, provides physical and mental stimulation, but nothing like a cocaine high.
You too can be like the Pope without having to touch a child.
That's good.
Oh.
There goes the channel. We're banned. Where are we banned at? Where are we logging off at?
Shut it down. Shut it down. Catholic Church coming after us.
Yeah, Catholic Church. Bob, they're going to be knocking on your door here in a
Is
little
it
bit.
chili season yet?
Yes.
Is it chili season?
Anytime it's chili season.
So we putting cocaine leaves in chilies?
Not yet.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
just like basil.
Fast
Basil.
chili.
Chili.
So I've been gathering up the ingredients. A pot of chili's coming sometime this weekend. So
Hell yeah.
and okay, Brian, beans or no beans?
Hang on a minute here. Yes, we are. Yeah, we do realize that the Coca-Cola contained cocaine.
Yeah,
We were talking about that earlier. You just must have to make it. Oh, is that Ric Flair?
Ric Flair?
That's
I thought
Ric
he was
Flair up
dead.
there.
I
Look at
thought
that.
Ric
It's Ric Flair.
died.
Holy shit, Ric
Wait.
Flair.
Shit, I love Ric Flair.
we've got celebrity spirits joining us.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, celebrity
guess so.
spirits. Hey, bring the Von Erichs. Let's go.
The Von Erichs. Hey, and how about
All of them.
Yeah, and make sure Carrie brings his leg. Was it Carrie?
I think it was.
There was Carrie,
No,
Kevin,
but-
Fritz.
But Carrie was the one that
Eric,
lost his foot in the motorcycle accident that they tried to hide from everybody,
I
right?
can't remember.
Why'd they try
who
to hide
lost
it from
what.
everybody?
They were all to
Because-
me at the end of the day. They were all Von Erichs, and they were fucking.
Did you know that
Ric Flair?
Okay,
back me up
do you
here.
realize that the only reference to Texas I knew for many years was the fact that Denton, Texas, was the home of the Von Erich family, and,
Oh, it was,
and
wasn't
I
it?
thought
Yes.
that was a celebrity destination.
Bob
in my
wanted to
youth.
go there very bad.
And whenever I actually got to Denton, Texas, and there wasn't a memorial built in their honor, I just didn't know how to act.
You
Because
didn't
think I would
riot. You
either.
should have rioted.
well, a riot
You
of
should
one
have
really.
rioted. You should have rioted.
Protested, got
A
on it.
riot of
Apparently,
one.
you
Just,
weren't the fucking fan you thought you were. You didn't riot.
all right. So tonight in Midwest City, 3 different local professional wrestling
God
groups.
damn it! I'm not doing this. You've asked me for weeks. I'm not going.
You're not going to go?
I'm not gonna
It's a
go.
hell of a show to watch. And the wrestling's pretty cool, too. So,
But all 3 of the local promoters are doing a combined show tonight. It's going to be over 3 hours. It is free admission. So this means that the
You
people.
know why? Ain't nobody want to pay for that shit. Sorry, go ahead. Finish.
It was standing room only last time I went.
Yeah, I saw that room. That didn't really take that much. Sorry.
there's a lot of people there.
You're bringing me down.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It actually is interesting on how, like I said, I enjoy the wrestling, but seriously, even to this day, I watch the crowd because some of these people take this shit serious. And I mean, and they are
that's
shit
people
talking.
watching. Okay, fair enough. That would be some great people
Oh,
watching.
this is better than the state
all
fair.
day people watch. Oh, I
Bob
believe
even
that
gets
all day.
mouthy. What'd you tell him?
Oh, I 2 guys were hugging in the ring. I just said, "Are you wrestling or romancing? Come on with it."
It was
course
hilarious.
Of course you did.
But
I love
yeah,
It was good.
They were just two men, hot and sweaty, all bound up together.
So you know what you need to do is go meet one and invite him on the show. You need to have a wrestler on the show.
Yeah, which one would you have?
I don't know yet.
How about the
would
one with no
have-
teeth in the
He
front?
would have them all. Oh, I guarantee you
He-
the one
he
without
wouldn't
teeth
do
would
it.
be his favorite.
He wouldn't
Yeah.
do it. He's the
No,
he's
no,
the
no,
he's the current world champion.
He's the current world champion.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the wife was kind of
For what,
looking
wrestling
at
or
him.
this?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
So you're saying you have no interest in it whatsoever?
No, not in wrestling. When I was growing up, I obviously, if I knew the Von Erichs and Ric Flair and all that, I did know a little
Junkyard
bit about
Dog
some
was my
professional
favorite.
wrestling. But no, no.
Well, see, we used to spend Sunday afternoons over at my grandmother's house, and she didn't have cable or anything, and usually we were watching Channel 34 on Saturday afternoons or Sunday afternoons, and about 6 o'clock, it'd be the Mid-South Wrestling.
Let me take that back. I would have absolute interest so I could talk shit through the whole thing.
You can. See, that's the beauty of it.
Oh, the person we have here said he was mostly a ref, but did wrestle a few times. So
Cool.
that's cool. So seen a lot. Cool. So where are you
ref
at
of
that you
what?
wrestle at? Tell us where you're at, or where you ref at. So, anyways, if that is tonight, there's 3 different things going on.
Yeah, it's going to be a
man.
3-hour show from, I think it starts at 6 and ends at like 9.
I'm thinking about going, but I'm not for sure yet.
I actually, had I known ahead of time, I would go, but I have another event that I have to go when I leave here. I've got to go to Edmond. So
There's this event where they have beer.
it actually is.
And not wrestling.
And not wrestling.
Except, I'm getting ready to make you feel like a dick. So absolutely 1 year ago, exactly today, a very good friend of ours died.
Oh, I do feel like a dick
So
now.
we
I'm
are
sorry.
going to Rough Tail Brewery, and we are having an event.
But I was right.
You
But I was right.
were right. I acknowledge you were right.
But I
I'm
didn't-
just
but you're
saying
right.
It
Yeah,
had
that was-
nothing to do with just me getting drunk, although it was a fair assumption. It was absolutely fair. But we are going up there. It is for a charity. It's not just
Well,
a
sorry for
drinking
your
thing.
loss.
So thank you. He was a very good friend. We
Can you
loved
say what
him.
happened?
Well, his name was Tom Chalice.
Mm-hmm.
He was at every beer event that there ever was. I mean, we always used to joke about how it wasn't an event unless Tom showed up. Anyway, he died. We've never been confirmed, but it's believed to have been a heart attack because he wasn't that guy. He wasn't a drug guy. He wasn't a drunk guy. He wasn't but he was a big guy, and it wasn't COVID. He just died.
Yeah.
Just something happened.
Something happened.
Well, sorry for your loss. And,
Thank you.
And, it's an awesome way to
Wonderful.
celebrate
Y'all
somebody.
would have fucking loved Tom. Y'all would have loved
Well, I think
Tom.
I met him once.
You probably did.
Yeah.
Seriously, he was the friendliest face. If you ever walked into somewhere and you didn't know anybody and you saw his face, you'd gravitate right towards him because he had a friendly, welcoming, open face. Anyway, so tonight they're doing a charity event and it's saying for the Oklahoma Food Bank.
Oh,
That's
cool.
what he does. That was his favorite charity. He also was a part of the Central Oklahoma Parrot Association, which was a Jimmy Buffett parrot head.
Oh, okay.
Parrot heads.
Oh, okay.
And they're in conjunction. So that was his deal. He loved the food bank and he would hold these events. So tonight people are supposed to bring food, blah, 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 and we donate it in Tom's name.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a good thing. Shout out to I'm Rick and Jen Carr. Welcome from Twitter, and then I'm Rick's from YouTube.
What's up, girl?
What's up?
What's up? Tell me, Ric Flair, what color is your hair?
So what did he say? He said, Texas City, Tyler, Texas, and many other small towns is where he's actually repped at.
Tyler, Texas.
Tyler,
I have actually
I know Tyler.
I have actually been to Texas City, and it was back in the late 90s. And it's a chemical processing town. And you know when you're in Texas City because it's got a distinct odor.
You don't want to talk about Mejia?
Yeah. I've never been to Mejia.
Yeah, you have.
You've been to Mejia, Bob.
You've been to Mejia.
I remember when you went to Mejia.
Fort Parker.
Oh,
That
okay.
is Mejia.
And then you went to
Anna
Mejia.
Nicole
And
Smith.
then Mahoa.
Well, she wasn't there.
I have no idea when you went.
Well, no, she was dead.
Okay.
Sorry to hear that.
She probably stunk less when she was dead.
Ooh. Or where's my other one? It goes.
I'd be ashamed, but that actually might have been a fair comment.
That girl, okay, look, at some point in time, you just get too stupid to fuck. And she had reached that level. Don't be pointing at Britney. Leave Britney out of this.
I didn't say too stupid. I just meant maybe too mentally ill.
Hey, Brittany is a proud, strong woman that is showing her titties. You leave her alone.
I
How
said
can you pick on her?
earlier,
She is a strong
might
woman.
Not have been the brightest bulb in the box.
No, she's not. You can watch anything she talks about, and she's not the brightest one in the box. But Bob doesn't care about that.
Oh no, Bob never cared
It's
about.
beauty over
Clearly,
brains
we
with
have
him.
met a couple of girls that Bob has dated. dated. I just want to clarify.
Dated. Yes. What's wrong,
Yeah,
Bob? You got
don't
quiet.
even look at me shocked. Don't even give me the shock.
Apparently,
look.
we have different definitions of dated, but okay.
Okay, Bob. Okay, definitions of dated.
Fucked.
Did you put your penis in them more than once?
What does that have to do with
Well,
anything?
sometimes
Oh,
that
no,
means you're
once is
dating,
all it
right?
took.
Yeah, once
for
is
dating.
once
for
is
dating, yes.
sex. Maybe several times you're possibly dating.
I mean, maybe, but that shouldn't be a qualifier.
But if you do it a
But it
lot and then all of a sudden it stops, that means you're married. So that's how that works.
Yeah. Okay. Well, y'all realize the rules of dating season, right?
There's a dating season.
Yeah, it starts February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day, and it ends right about Halloween.
Did not know that.
The end date is a little blurry.
Oh, because you get around the holidays.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, why would it be Halloween? Why wouldn't it be Thanksgiving? I mean,
no.
nobody gives
You
gifts
got to
for
cut it off by
Thanksgiving.
Halloween because you can't start dating somebody 2 weeks before Thanksgiving because you get that whole awkward bullshit phase of, do you want to go to my parents' place or do you want to go to? And it's all
Only
this,
a needy bitch
and-
would need that.
and then well, it's guys too. I mean, guys can be some pretty needy bitches. But then,
Do you
okay,
not have a wah button?
you know,
I got that.
but you take some crazy bitch to your family's place for dinner and you don't realize that they're crazy yet. By the time you leave, they're Facebook friends with 8 people that you're related to. So, trying to get rid of them is like getting flies off of fly paper. And, by the time you find out they're crazy, it's just done. And then you get to Christmas time and then that's a gift giving holiday and a family, get together holiday. So then you're just doubly screwed because what if you buy them like a sweater or, a bottle of perfume or cologne if you're a girl. And then, but, on the other side of things, they're like, into you way more than you are to them, and they're swinging for the fences on this deal, so they're showing up with season tickets for shit and travel plans and that kind of thing. You can get then all of a
Just how
sudden,
hot a commodity do you find yourself, Bob?
oh, I
Maybe
don't.
they're not thinking that at all. Maybe they're just like, hey, this guy's cool. Okay, we're done.
Yeah, I'm not. But I'm
Sorry,
just not,
I had to come at you from a girl.
I'm just not getting myself into that situation. And then you roll into New Year's Eve. Okay. Yeah, it's cool to go to a New Year's Eve party and have a chick with you and all that kind of stuff. But, the midnight rolls around and she wants a kiss. And then you're like, yeah, you're all right and everything. But there's this other girl over here that I think would be much better for my future than.
You should show that
I
dating
got
video.
dumped at a Halloween party.
Yeah, I remember that. I was there.
Yeah, got dumped at a Halloween party.
Yep. And, but.
You should show that video where the guy explains the rules of women.
Oh no,
crazy.
he's got the hot crazy matrix.
Oh,
And
it's awesome. It's
yeah,
makes a lot
like-
of sense.
It's like
guys.
it's like 12 minutes.
Yeah.
But there's a
Somebody's ringing.
there's a line. But so so if you wait till then Valentine's Day, that's just a pisser because you don't want to start dating somebody like 2 weeks before Valentine's Day because
You got to marry obligated to buy flowers and candy.
you try to
or
book
get 'em a butt
book
plug
the
or
7
something
p.m.
or stuff.
dinner at the nice restaurant and all this shit, and then your flowers, candy, and all this bullshit, and you do that just because it's Valentine's Day, not really because you're into them a whole lot.
You're not into them a whole lot. You're just doing it just because you kind of need to.
Right.
Yeah, because you feel obligated.
But then February 15th rolls around and the heavens open up and you're free for the next 7-8 months.
Yeah.
You can just live your life and everything, and you're not conflicted. You don't have all these constructs or.
I was excited when I found this out because actually my wife, she doesn't care for Valentine's Day. And I was like, no, I said all women care for that. She goes, no, seriously, I don't. I go, why? And she goes, there are so many damn vag days. She goes, why do we need a Valentine's Day? She goes, I already know you love me. She goes, it's just flowers and candy. We can just hang out. She goes, I don't need all that shit and I don't want it. And I said, okay. So left it at that.
Okay, so
I got lucky on that one.
yeah,
Nick, did you ever get that lucky?
he got lucky on Halloween.
Oh, shit.
You absolutely won't say that again.
I said I absolutely got lucky.
On Halloween?
Oh, no.
Oh.
I just thought he meant life in general.
Hey, Brian, I'm signing off. I'm going to have to go kick somebody's fucking ass. He
You're
got
always in
lucky
trouble.
on Halloween.
Nick's always in trouble.
He got lucky on Halloween. Well, I guess you did, but it wasn't me.
Isn't that weird how you don't really hear what's going on, Nick, and then like you're somehow in the story, and then you're in the answer, but you still don't know what the hell's going
I
on.
don't know how I got there.
You know what? Nobody persuaded you
Way to go,
answer.
Bob. Way to go.
I was laying in the boat in the lazy river, and all of a sudden I found myself going down the big ass slide. Whoa! I don't even remember climbing up here.
Jesus.
Hey, Ric Flair, where you live? Where you at, Ric Flair?
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh,
All right.
hey, go ahead and I'll tell it. Go ahead.
All right, so y'all know COVID's ramping back up in certain parts of the world and parts of the U.S.
Yes.
And I'm supposed to be heading for Jamaica in 2 weeks.
Yes.
And they just put out a State Department announcement that says, do not go to Jamaica. It's now a class 4, blah, 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 blah. Well, the people that organized the trip, we got an email from them yesterday, and it said, don't worry about the reports coming out. Everything's being concentrated in Kingston, which is, the total other side of the island. You don't have anything to worry about.
Of course they're telling you that.
Well, I was thinking,
Thank
okay,
you.
if I'm a person responsible for the travel industry, and that's how I make my living, I don't care if they're stacking up bodies like cordwood out in front of the resort. I'm going to be
I
sending
want my
out the
money.
email going, everything's fine, come on. But that's
Bob,
just
you're not going.
yeah.
Of course, he's been vaccinated. Well, that's what everybody says now. I've been vaccinated.
No, hang on, though. I know for a fact he's probably about 6 months from vaccination.
Oh, you got to reamp every.
Well, I got my
months.
last shot in March.
April, May, June, July, August, September.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to need a booster, Bob. I wouldn't go. I'm just saying.
Get
Yeah.
you a booster.
I'll get a booster.
I would just go to the store and get you a supply of the horse dewormer.
Right,
Pack
we'll
it
get
up.
some-
You'll be good to go.
We'll get go find some.
Did you see that it comes in pumpkin spice now?
Are you serious?
No, she's not serious.
I wouldn't put it past it, though.
Pumpkin spice ivermectin. It's
Wow.
September.
That must have been a good meme
I
you
need
saw.
some clothes.
Okay,
I need some
when did
clothes.
pumpkin spice manifest itself into what it
Craft
has become?
beer? Craft beer. I swear to God, that was the introduction of the pumpkin spice.
Well,
Really?
I
Was it
remember-
craft beer? I thought it was coffee.
Yeah, you could have a pumpkin spice latte at the Starbucks.
Well, I gave no fucks about coffee, so for me,
Look
it
that
would
up,
be
Bob.
beer.
Huh?
Look that up.
I don't know.
At any rate, yeah.
I don't know if I care enough.
You're not looking at pumpkin spice ivermectin. That truly was a joke.
No, he's going to look up what came first, the chicken or the egg. So,
Oh.
Ooh.
Probably whichever was a teenager.
yeah,
Well, you're going to be surprised.
condoms.
The origin of pumpkin spice dates back to the end of the Dutch East India Company.
For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake.
Reminds me, real quick, have you been watching the Reservoir Dogs?
No.
Wait a minute.
but I have
Reservation
had-
Reservation
Dogs. I always get it mixed.
I knew what you meant. No, I have not, but I have heard tremendous
is
things
good.
about it. I haven't seen it.
I'm going to tell you one little part of the show that makes me really laugh. There's an Indian in it that comes in his dreams. And usually when he's passed out or
Wait.
knocked out, got his ass kicked. One of the
The
characters.
Indian that does what?
No, an Indian shows up and while he's
Okay,
passed
that's
out
not
or
what
whatever.
you said.
Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. However it came out. Anyways, he comes up and there's a little part where he's explaining how he saw Custard. He goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna go get him. I'm gonna fight him." He said, "We're looking at each other like this." And he said, "I go to ride off to kill him." He said, "I hit a golfer hole. The horse rolled over me and I died." And he goes, "So I never got to go." And you're sitting there laughing your ass off. And he goes, "In the afterlife, man, it's cold in here. My nipples are always hard." And this Indian's telling him this. And he finally comes to, but this Indian keeps showing up in every episode. But it's kind of cool because they kind of go dark. They kind of bring in some of the old tales from the Indians, and they bring out more modern stuff. They kind of show how the kids are like, okay, whatever, and then how the adults are really
How they
into
ignore
it.
the elders.
Yeah, ignore the elders. But there's two guys in it, and actually they're legit. They're two rappers. They're the little people, and they ride around on
Oh,
bicycles.
hang on about little people. That's a very real word and a very real thing in Indian culture.
What?
Okay, well, I mean, but they're short people. I can't call them the other word because people get mad.
Oh, okay. No, they're actually something beyond that. Actually, there's something different about little people.
Oh, okay. Well,
They're like, you would have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea, yeah.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Little people actually mean something a little bit different than it does to a regular vernacular that we're talking about.
okay. So what do they call the?
Well, I mean, actually, I don't know what.
But
they call it.
that does mean
But
something
there is,
different. Okay.
it does mean something different because
Yeah.
little people are always known to be like miniature thing that always called or
Trolls.
havoc.
Oh, havoc.
They
oh,
wreaked
yeah.
havoc. They would
Cause problems.
They were
and-
pranksters.
Yes.
They were little spirits that ran around, and
Well,
they were called little people.
Okay, they call them
But
little
they were
people,
not-
but now, like the other
I know what
would
you
be
mean,
trolls. I
yes.
mean, but we'd call them trolls, right?
Well, yeah,
Maybe.
No. You're better with the term little people.
Little people. Okay, got it.
But I'm just saying that
Just call
it
them
does
midgets.
mean something different. Stop
Well,
it.
see, I'm trying to be right,
It was
Bob.
trying to be proper. And no, I'm just saying that whenever you say this is how come it's really hard to be politically correct across different cultures because you say little people when you apply it to Native Americans. I'm picturing something entirely different.
But wouldn't that be where you would naturally just go, hey, just sorry, but fuck you. I'm not part of your culture, so I don't know your words.
Well,
this is how I would say
That
it.
is how I would be. Did I attack you?
No, you didn't.
Exactly.
No, I'm just saying, but you know how people
Because-
do that. Yes.
Exactly. And that's what
People get
everybody
so
needs
mad.
to do is give people some grace as to what let's look at intent, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Is this motherfucker intending to insult you? No.
Exactly.
He's just using words that, hey, by the way, if he's using words that you don't find proper, educate him. You don't have to be a dick about it. Just say,
no,
hey,
exactly,
let's-
yeah.
And by the way, I just said,
Exactly.
I can't educate you on
Yeah,
what they
exactly.
call
Yeah, you're
that.
right. Yeah.
But little people is not exactly what it means in regularly.
Well,
anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, these two guys ride bikes in it, and they've actually got rap albums out. And a guy that I work with, he's actually part of AIM, whitest guy you'll ever know. But he's
American Indian movement,
yes,
in case you don't know
but they've
what AIM
actually
is.
they've actually embraced him as part of their family. He's got the jacket, got the letter, and everything. And he's actually met them. We actually have a friend that her nephew is in the show also. And so apparently he's a great kid in real life. And apparently Steven Spielberg has met him and said that kid has a future. So which is kind of cool, something like that. So
Very cool.
But you should watch the show. It's on Hulu. It comes on after Hulu. It comes on. It's on Tuesdays.
Yeah, it's on my to-do list. I'm just now starting to catch up. My husband and I just started watching Ted Lasso last night, which took me a little bit to get into because I was like, this is Major League. That's all this is Major League. I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
But I kept watching and we're now episode 8.
Which one is it?
Ted Lasso.
What's
Ted
it
Lasso.
about? Other than Major League.
Major League. So this woman in England has inherited a soccer club in her divorce, and
She doesn't want
she
it.
wants to tank them to kill her husband because he loves this soccer because it's England. So football is a soccer club there.
Right.
She wants to kill that soccer club. So she hires a horrible coach who knows nothing about exactly. It's
Major
all
League.
It's Major
We were just
League.
watching Major League before y'all got here.
Which, by the way, I fucking love Major League.
It's a great movie.
But I'm like, this is nothing. I just saw
already
this in
seen this.
baseball.
By the way, they already had a sequel.
Exactly. But anyway, we stuck with it despite the fact that I ignored the first 3 episodes. I'm like, what the fuck? I just can't do it. But honestly, we're 6 or 7 episodes in, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
But I had to stick that through because I'm like, I've seen Major League.
Okay, so
You can't top it.
I'm ready for Ozark to come back. And I haven't
got
heard
into
yet
Ozark.
when it's
Andy
going to
did. I
happen.
didn't. No. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ozark is the bomb.
I heard it is.
Okay. Anybody that has any preconceived notions about Jason Bateman and his abilities on screen or off screen need to put those away and watch Ozark because
She still can't believe I haven't
I'm
watched it.
fucking stunned.
No, I haven't. No.
he has no idea who Ruth is.
Brian,
I know the wife's watched it. I
Oh.
haven't.
Ozark is the shit.
Okay, I'll watch it.
It's the shit. I swear. You're welcome. You fucking go home right now and you turn on Ozark.
Okay, I gotta go.
And we
I'll see
don't
y'all later.
mean right now.
You said I gotta go right now.
Yeah, you do. If that's what you're leaving for, fuck yeah. You got to watch it and you have to wait 15 minutes. It takes 15 minutes for it to get started. You'll be like, what the hell is this? What the hell is it? 15, 20 minutes in. Oh.
Have you watched The Manifest any?
Yes,
Yeah.
I fucking love The Manifest.
I
And
haven't
if
seen that
Netflix
one.
does not pick it up. and
Apparently,
finish that,
apparently they're going to. Apparently, they're
better.
going to pick it up.
I need a conclusion.
Yeah, I
I
know.
need an
I'm
orgasm
still
at
on
the end of
season
this
3.
fucking show.
But apparently, Netflix did renew a 4th season. What I heard.
I
Bob,
hope
you want to
so,
check on
because
that?
I fucking love Manifest.
It's a good show. It's pretty wicked. And I've been telling Bob about it. Fringe. Did you ever watch that?
I have not seen Fringe.
Yeah, Fringe. Yeah, it's that old show. It's crazy. It's between different worlds, and it's an interesting show. It's
I have
got
not seen Fringe.
Pacey from.
Joshua Jackson.
Yeah, it's got him
So
in
you
it,
know
yeah.
he did Dr. Death on Apple TV, or no, not Apple, Peacock.
Really?
So they did. It's a true story about this doctor out of Dallas who was on drugs and all of these things, and he was doing these fucking horrific surgeries on people. They were going in there, yeah, fix my back, and he's this great surgeon. I've heard great things, and he was going in there and he was deliberately fucking these people up.
Wow.
So
I mean,
they
it's
are doing
horrible.
a 4th and
do what
final
Joshua
season of
Jackson
Manifest.
played him.
They're doing a 4th and final.
Well,
season.
good. I need conclusion. I just need closure.
I hate when they do that.
Oh my God, I fucking hate it. I need closure.
Did
Give
you
me
hear
closure.
Dexter's coming back?
Yep.
I did.
Yes.
And I swear to God, they better make it better.
The
because
preview,
I'm
I was
still
kind of like,
angry about that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The ending was bad. I didn't really care for
I
it.
didn't care for it either.
Yeah.
But Dexter was so good.
good
That was
show.
a great show. Oh, Dexter
You know,
was great.
I never wanted to watch that for years. I just there wasn't anything alluring to about them celebrating a serial killer.
That's how I felt about Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
I refused to watch Breaking Bad. I'm like, I'm not going to watch a bunch of fucking meth dealers being glorified because, well, one, I live in Oklahoma.
Right.
There's no fucking way I can see
Yeah.
a glorified meth dealer.
I never watched the last episode.
Oh,
I don't know why. I couldn't. I was so wrapped up in it. I knew what was going to happen, and for some reason, I just couldn't handle it. And I never saw the last episode.
You've got kind of a pattern of that behavior.
Yes, I do very much.
What was that one
It's
show that you were
badass.
watching that you just missed the entire last season of? My Name is Earl.
My name is Earl. I thought it was
I need
over.
inclusion.
I
need
know. I thought it was over, and then about 6 months ago, I got to digging through. I was talking about it. There was another episode, another whole season. Didn't even know. I had no idea.
You
So I
gotta
watched it, and
finish
it
out.
ended with what's her name?
Don't ruin it for everybody.
Well, what does the fucking matter with that show? With Joy.
Presley.
Quit spoiling it for people.
Yeah, Joy's like, well, the father is,
I know.
and then
I
it
know.
never came
They
back.
never figured it. And I'm like,
Did you know there's a community online that actually talks about that all the time? People who have written their own stories of how it ended.
can I have...
So My Name is Earl has fan fiction.
Well, I'd knock her out. Yeah, you might want to open it for her too. Good
Should
God,
have.
so demanding.
No, true story, true story. There are shows. You've got to go finish Breaking Bad. Dexter. Oh, I hated the way it ended, but I'm prepared to watch it again because I really loved the premise of Dexter.
Yeah.
You got to watch Breaking Bad, though. Oh, my God.
See, I haven't seen Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
So, okay.
All right, folks, we're coming to an end. This will be it for Saturday, and we are going to see you on the Tuesday episode.
Tuesday.
Yeah, we got to stop there, Bob. I know you're itching to keep talking.
It's fine.
All right, cool. Look how sad he looks.
Quiet. Don't cry.
Don't cry, Bob. Don't cry. We'll be back later, folks.
No more.
Thanks for stopping by for a drink. I hope you enjoyed hanging out. Next time, invite some friends. Like and subscribe so you won't miss out the next time we are at the bar.
What's up? That felt pretty good, right?
That was great.